Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 217. Got my coffee in my summer sock camp mug, last year's. Pumpkin spice creamer. And today is Friday, August 18th, 2023. Oh, it's good. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today it is all knitting. It's all knitting. What was I gonna say? I have my Ravelry group, which I am hosting the Knit All the Felici Cal that ends the 31st. So you have like a week and a half left. After that Cal is done, I will announce the new Cal that's coming. Excited. So yeah, finish up your Felici whips. What else was I gonna say? Oh, all the links to all the things that I talk about today will be right down there in the description box. Just click the word more and everything will drop down for you. I'll have all of my finished objects, my whips, project pages if I have any, reading and watching, stash, enhancement, acquisitions, all the things will be right down there. And yesterday was my birthday, so I had a cast on party. And I think I might cast on, I'm kind of hesitant to say this, at least one more thing, maybe two things today. I gotta see how many needles I have. But now that I'm doing I'm gonna be trying the heel flap and gusset a lot more, which means I really only need one needle per sock whip instead of two. Because usually I need two so I can do both heels at the same time, but now that I'm just doing one sock until it's done, and then the next sock, I might be all right. We'll see. I'll talk about that in a little bit more here. First, if you've seen over here, I had this like brilliant idea and I have to share it. We're going to do it right now so I don't forget. So I saw a reel on Instagram where somebody had a bookshelf. I mean, it was a very, very large bookshelf. And they wrapped all of their books, so you can't see them obviously, it was like in a craft paper, and they numbered them, and then they had a jar with all the numbers on them, and they drew one and picked it, and then that was the book they read. And I'm like, I love that so much. But I don't own a lot of books. I usually get mine from the library or they're all Kindle books. So I'm like, oh, what if I could do that with yarn? Now, I did not wrap all of my yarn because that would have been a little bit too much. So I decided to take 12 skeins. I'm not waiting until January to start this. I'm doing it right now. So I'm starting with 12 skeins. They're all self-striping. I'm pretty sure they're all indie dyed. There are a lot of skeins in there that I've had for a really long time, like maybe 3 or 4 years plus, that it's like, I need to knit these. So I decided to, just wrap them. I labeled them. I don't know if you can tell, but they are labeled. So in that little cup right there, it has all my little tags. So I decided that I'm going to open them on my episode here. And when I finish the sock, I'm going to be making socks with all of them. Some of them are sock sets. Some of them are just single skeins. I haven't decided if I'm going to do afterthoughts or heel flap and gussets. I'm just going to, whatever my heart says when I'm doing that sock is what I'm going to do. But they are all going to be socks. And they're all self-striping. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I thought it would be fun to, here's all the numbers. It's a really big jar for this, but it was either that or a paper cup, and I just felt a little less classy. So I'm gonna pick a number out of here, and then I'm going to open it. And that is one of the sock cast-ons. It's gonna happen today. Do I need another sock cast-on? No, I don't. I cast on 2 socks yesterday. But you know what? It's all right. You only live once. Okay, I'm just sitting here rambling and stirring them up. Okay, I'm not looking. Okay, got one. Okay, let's see. Number 2. So I'll have to keep that to the side. So as I run low, I might wrap more, or if I don't like this anymore, then I'll just unwrap them and put it back. But luckily, number 2 is on the top. All right. Now I wrapped these up on Sunday, so I don't really remember. I kind of remember, but I kind of don't. And I just wrapped them in tissue paper because that's what I had. If I'm really careful, I might be able to like reuse this paper. If I'm really careful. Alright, let's see, I'm opening. I'm trying to be careful about it so I can reuse it. So I don't know if that's possible. Yay. Oh, it's a Freckled Whimsy one. Oh, yes. I'm excited. Put that aside. This was a March Yarnable color. Yeah, not Yarnable. Yarn of the month. March 2023. Mystic Forest. These are going to be cast on today because, you know, let's just add, I only got one Freckled Whimsy on the needle, so I will have this cast on today. So I'm not sure if I will do, since this is a sock set, maybe I'll do heel flap and gusset contrast or something else. The other possible cast on is going to be my Night Owl Fibers Halloween and Christmas skein that I ordered, I think it was July sometime. It's arriving today. It's out for delivery, so I'm really tempted to cast on the Halloween socks. It might happen. So these will be cast on, and when I finish them I will pick another number. Oh my words today. And I'm not going to pressure myself to try to finish these like really fast because I have lots of stuff going on. I have lots of whips, as you will see in a minute here, but I do remember wrapping. I do remember picking this one, but I think as time goes on I will forget. Okay, so that will be cast on today. All right, I think that's it of my rambling. We can get on with finish objects and whips. I have 3 finish objects and 4 whips. So next week it might be a really big whip parade. That's probably what's gonna happen. I also have since I have so many whips, I have a bunch of stitch markers here, or progress keepers I mean, that I'm going to be putting on as I talk about today so that I don't lose my spot, and we can see how much progress I get done on all of my whips, because I'm probably just going to be like cycling through them instead of just working on one. Okay, whip number 1. These ones I'm so excited about. So excited. Are you ready? I finished my Yarnable socks, and look, heel flap and gusset. I did it. I did a heel flap and gusset. Look at me. So this is, I used Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I used her Magic Loop, what does she call it? Vanilla Socks on Magic Loop. That is the pattern. I did 64 stitches. I used a US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. I wound up the cake and split it in half, and this is how it caked up, or knit up. You can see this one is a lot lighter than this one. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I am like so excited that I figured out the heel flap and gusset. I mean, it's not hard. It's not hard. I don't know why. Why did it take me like 3 years or 4 years of making socks to finally like, maybe I should try that. It's okay. So I did 12 rows of 2x2 rib. I did, these are really long legs, but that's okay. I like long legs. I didn't read the pattern correctly, but it's fine. I was like, I like 70 rows for my leg. So that's what I did. I did 70 rows. And then I realized that you're supposed to knit on one needle and then you start your heel flap. So technically I started my heel at 71 and not 70, so I might change that next time and do 69 rows of leg and then start my heel at 70. But it's one row, it doesn't really matter. But so this is the Yarnable for August, and this is, what's it called? Grow with the Flow. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't work with like speckly yarn very often, but I had so much fun with these. I do have a little bit of a hole, which I think is common. I haven't fixed it yet on the other side, and this is kind of wonky. It looks neater on this side. I don't know. I might be doing something wrong when I pick up my stitches. So I'll just show the pretty side. But look, I did mess up. I have a hole-ish, and it looks neater on one side compared to the other. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if that's just how it is. But these are for me. They fit great. Enough where I want to keep doing it. So I might be converted to the heel flap and gusset. It might be happening. Now I'm still going to be doing my afterthought heels, especially like with my Advent socks. But I'm going to be experimenting with self-striping with the heel flap and gusset, so we will see. So these are for me. 64 stitches. I don't know if I said that. And these socks, oh, these socks. These are socks that you want to just hang on a wall and look at. You don't want to wear. I will be wearing them, but oh my, they're beautiful. All right, ready? Look at these. Oh my word. They're beautiful. Look at that. They don't match. I don't care about not matching. Does not bother me. So it's like 4 or 5 stripes off. This is Freckled Whimsy. This is the April Yarn of the Month colorway of this year, 2023, and it's called Confetti. It came with a mini, it was a sock set. I love that this is not in the color. I really love that. I hope she continues doing that. I mean, it is nice that it matches, but when you're doing your leg and you're like, oh no, that is the heel color, but I need to put my heel right there, type of thing. And especially when you do them non-matching, then you're like, oh no, it'll be fine on this sock, but not that sock. Love them. These are for me. I do 12 rows of 2x2 rib. I believe I did 70 rows for the leg, afterthought heels, 2.5 millimeter needles, US 1.5. They're beautiful. I love them so much. I'm glad I decided to cast them on in my birthday month because they're so happy. All right, and now we got one more. I need to borrow a sock blocker. My kids are being loud today. I don't know if you can hear them. I can hear them. Is it time for school yet? All right, here's my Advent sock. This is Advent sock number 17. So 18 is almost done. I'll show you here in a minute. So I have 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I got 6 left. So I'm using my Dragon Hoard yarn and Yarn Cafe Creations Harry Potter Advent from 2022. I knit a square in my Cozy Memories blanket, and the rest I'm knitting a sock. And heels, toes, and cuffs are in Knitpicks Rolled Up Heather. So I will have 24 socks to wear mismatch. I'm excited. So this is 17. I'm getting close, I'm getting close. I'm thinking like end of August I'll be done with these. Not end of August. End of September. So that is that. I love it. I love this one. I think this one was like Funeral for Aragog. I don't remember. But this one knit really fast because I just love that pooling. Pooling does not bother me either. All right, and that is all of my finished objects. 5 socks, or 1 pair and, or 2 pairs and a single sock. I'm counting these as finished objects. When I get 2, I post a picture on Instagram because I am counting how many socks I knit this year. So when I have 2 done, I count them as a pair, but I won't necessarily wear them together. Okay. I think that's it. That's it for the finished objects. All right, Whip Parade, are you ready? This is stitching Plaza, Harry Potter bag. And, oh, this is the one. I finished those 2 socks on, I think one on Monday and then one on Wednesday. So Wednesday night, I'm like, I don't have anything to knit on besides these. I can't touch the blanket. This is all I had left, and I had like, you know, I was stressing out. So then yesterday I just cast on all the things. I'm like, now I feel better. I have lots of things to work on. I'm changing my ways. I don't know. It's weird. I used to like just have 1 sock on the needle and I would not start another one until it was done. Not anymore. Things have changed. Look at this one. This is day 18. Let's see. I don't need that tag anymore. Nope, not the right one. This one is not. That's the one I just cast on. Oh my word. This one. Liquid Luck 18. And it's beautiful. I want a full skein of this one too. This one also knit really fast. So I'm still gonna do afterthought heels for all these because that's what I started out with. If I decide to do this project again, I don't know, I might do heel flap and gusset. I might not, I don't know. But I can get 90 rows after I do a square in my Cozy Memories with a 20 gram mini. And I can do 21 rows for the leg for my foot. And I wear a US women's 8.5. So there's that one. So I had that done. And then Wednesday night I'm like, well, usually I just show them all a cuff. Of course it's tangled. I show them all a cuff, and then I show the yarn that I'm gonna work with. Well, it's like, well, I'm not gonna sit here and twiddle my thumbs. I'm just gonna get it started. Oh, look at this one too. It's more of a greeny. It's not, the lighting is not doing it justice. It's more of a teal and purple and some greens with the little pinkies in there, a little pink, peachy. Yellow. Oh, it's beautiful. So I got about 12 rows done. So I'm already ahead of the game. So I will probably have this done at this stage. I could have put the heel in this and not work on this, but you know, part of me is like, it doesn't matter. I wanted to do this one, so I just cast that one on. All right, and that is that. That is that whip. And there's the Dove Heather. that I use for the cuffs, heels, and toes. I'm not gonna put a progress keeper on that one. Ouch. Feet are falling asleep. Okay. Next whip. I put my pin on here from Amy. And this is Amy's bag from Happy Little Yarn. As you can tell, I got some needles going on. It's my pumpkin spice bag. This was one of my birthday cast-ons. Freckled Whimsy. This is the August color, Magical Umbrella. August 2023. 8 stripes. This is DK. I'm doing really good with the, I mean, this is only month 2 that I've had this, but I'm doing pretty good about knitting them the month that I get them. I need to start doing that, but when you have so many things you want to knit, it's really hard. But with DK socks, I think it's manageable. Okay. I got a lot done on these. I mean, the amount of time I worked on them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, I gotta do one more row before I get to put another stitch marker on there. I use those to count my rows. So for my DK socks, I think I'm gonna do the heel flap and gusset with these. I'm gonna try it. I have a mini. Came with a contrast color, so we'll see how this goes. My only concern is that this color is in the sequence, so maybe I'm just gonna not have to worry. I'm just gonna have to not worry about it and just do it. Yeah. So I'm using the K of the Crazy Sock Ladies DK weight vanilla sock. I think that's what it's called. It will be linked down below. And I'm doing the size medium, which is 48 stitches. Yeah, and I did cast on the cuff, and not gonna match. I don't care about matching. It doesn't bother me. And I don't want to waste yarn. I don't like wasting yarn. I'd have to cut out 4 stripes. Not worth it. Yeah, so I think I will put a stitch marker on this one. Let's put this coffee urn. Is it coffee urn? This is from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. I figured with all of my whips, I probably should put progress keepers on stuff, so then we can actually see how much I get done. I'm not gonna put one on here. I'll just try to remember that I have the cuff done. And yeah, I really love this colorway. Magical umbrella. It's Hagrid's umbrella. Love it. And I took the skein and I divided it in 2. That way I could cast on 2 at the same time. Tandem, 2 different needles. I decided I could do that with the DK weight because I think I have 4 DK weight needles. So I love that bin so much. That's me. Okay, and whip number 3. This is Mountain State Stitches. I think I used this bag last week, but I put a new whip in it, so. This is another birthday cast on. I haven't worked with nomadic yarns in forever. And I bought this recently. Whoops, fell back in the bag. Lavender Haze, 75/25 base. Love it. These ones I might try something new. We will see. I have all the sequence done, so I'm not gonna get the cakes out. But I'm thinking of doing heel flap and gusset with these. Shock. Are you all shocked? But I think I'm gonna use the stripe. I do have a contrast color in mind. I have a gray. But I've had some people comment or send me messages that when you do your heel flap and your heel turn, so my yarn is coming from the outside of my cake. I'm knitting from the outside. I've heard people tell me that you take the inside strand to do your heel flap and your heel turn, and then you come back to do your gusset with the outside. and it doesn't break up the stripes too much. I think I'm gonna try that. I mean, I don't really, you know, thin stripes, thick stripes, uneven stripes, not matching, that doesn't really bother me at all. So I think I might just go for it. I just gotta make sure that I stop either right at a change or in the middle. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, so we will see. But I probably want to do like 70 rows of leg because I like long legs. So yeah. So we'll see when I get to the heel flap what color I'm on, because this one looks like it starts with gold. I mean, I could pull out a little bit more. We'll see. But yeah, I think I might try that with these. I really love these. So beautiful. I love nomadic yarns. It's been a really long time. Too long, I say. I don't think nomadic yarns is in my wrapped skeins either, because most of my nomadic yarns is Harry Potter yarn that she doesn't dye anymore, so I'm kind of like hoarding it. I need to just knit it, but oh, I'm also wearing nomadic yarn socks today. Talk about that in a second here. First, Magic Loop, Chiaogoo red lace, 32-inch cord, cuff down, 12 rows of 2x2 rib, 64 stitches. My DK weight socks, the cuffs are 10 rows. Forgot to say that. And I like to start right at when I do my cast on, I like to start right at a color change, so then I get a little blip of color. I just love that. It also helps to do that if you want matching socks. That's where I got the idea from. But now I'm just like, I don't care about matching. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna put a stitch marker on this one. How about coffee cup? How about a coffee cup today? And we will see. Progress keepers are not necessary, but they are motivating, if I do say so myself. So try it sometime. Like when you start a podcast episode, put a marker in and knit while you're watching it, and then you can see how much you got done. And then you can see, oh, this podcast was an hour long. That means I can do this much in an hour. I am not going to lift my leg up because I have a skirt on and I don't want to flash everybody, but here's what socks I'm wearing right now. These are nomadic yarns. I think this was, I think it was Gillyweed, but now it is Green Thumb. But I'm so glad she kept this one because this one's my favorite. I think I made a hat out of it and I had leftovers to do a sock. And I believe I have another skein of it to do long socks because I'm that obsessed with it. I think somebody gave me one. Let's see, yep, right here it is. Somebody gifted me one after I used mine. Yeah, this one says Gillyweed. But I'm pretty sure it's Green Thumb now. But oh, this is me in a skein. So I'm probably gonna be making long socks with these, with this one, since I already have short socks and a hat. Okay. Oh. Sitting on the floor and my feet are falling asleep. But if I sat in a chair, you guys would not see my beautiful yarn. All right, my last whip. I got out my big bag that Amy got me for my birthday. This is Fate's Thread, Mario. I love it. This is a big bag. I kept saying I need big bags because I have, you know, shawl projects. But this is a sweater. That's right, a cardigan. I can't see in the bag. Okay. I really need to put stoppers on these. Okay, guess what I cast on, guys? I talked about it last week and this week. I started my Penguono, my all green Penguono. I've showed in the past episodes my big giant green bags of yarn. I did it. I did the provisional cast on different than last time. Last time I did his video and I had a really hard time picking it up. We'll see if I have a hard time picking this one up. Sorry, future Lisa, if you have to pick that up and it's a pain. But I remember the other one I did on his video, it just wouldn't come apart. It was very difficult. So, I have the bag. This is a seed stitch, and this is where, I mean, I love how it looks, but oh man, it kills my hands, especially on, I'm using 10.5 needles, which is 6.5 millimeter. I have like a 40-ish inch cable. I'm using my Chiaogoo interchangeable needles. But if you've been watching for a while, last winter I wore my Penguono like every single day. And so that means I need another one, and I decided to do all greens. So, and this is what I got done yesterday. And this is the right side. And I'm holding 3 strands of, whoops, let's not dip my needles in my coffee. I'm using 3 strands of fingering weight held together. When I run out of one, I just add it for this section. I think I pretty much do that for all of them, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to have matching sleeves. I guess we'll wait till I get to that point, because that's a while. And I'm hoping I can finish this before the mystery knit along. I looked at my project page for the last one I did, and I finished it, I want to say it was like a month. So it is possible, but I really got to work on it. But I know this part took forever because it hurts my hands. So I'm trying to just work on this a little bit, work on something else. But I think I worked on this for about an hour, and I didn't have any pain afterwards, so we'll see. And this one deserves, I haven't used him in forever. Mostly because I'm afraid that he's going to break. I think if Twin Mountain Handcrafts comes out with this set again, I think I'm going to buy it in like the acrylic ones. So then it will, I'm afraid he's going to break. So that's mostly why I haven't used him. But do you guys remember Stuart? Stuart needs to be on this project. Because yeah, it's amazing. He has like this shocked and awed look on his face. So I guess I'll just put this on here and then I'll move my light bulb marker. So there is Stuart. He is hanging out. So we will see. I have to do this for like 60, I have to do 2 rows for like 64 times or something. And there's 50 stitches on here. It looks small, but it's gonna fit. And I washed my Penguono and it grew a little bit. So yeah, I also had to wash all my sweater party this weekend, or this week. I washed my garter marler. It finally dried. I didn't experiment. I put my Penguono in, I soaked it, and then I put it in my wash machine to spin out all the water. And it dried in like 2 days. And then I washed my garter marler with my Felici yarn. And that one, I'm like, I don't know, I don't want it to grow. It still grew, so it does, I guess next time I'm not going to worry about it. I tried to squeeze out as much water as I could. I probably could have squeezed out a little bit more, but it took like a week to dry, so we're not going to do that again. And now that it's already bigger, I'm just going to put it in the wash machine next time and spin the water out. So that was my experiment. I have a front loader, so it made me kind of nervous. If I had like a top loader, I feel like it wouldn't like agitate it, or because it's spinning like this instead of like this, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I'm probably only going to wash both of my sweaters, or all of my sweaters, like once a year anyway. I don't know if that's gross, but... So it has started. Oh, I'm so excited. I remember talking about this, like, once I finished my penguino, I'm like, I need an all green one. And I'm like, doing it. So this was also a birthday cast on. And I'm doing the size large. Yes, size large. And it has a little Yoshi. I don't know how in the world she got that on there. Or they got that on there. I don't know. But it's beautiful. Alright, that is all of my whips. Alright, now we have, this is the last, since my birthday was yesterday, this is it for the birthday advent. Makes me kind of sad, but that's okay. It's okay. This was from Happy Little Yarn Amy. She blew it out of the park. She knows me well. Okay, I don't remember what day was what. I remember the last 3 days. So we're just gonna go for it, I guess. Got another mini. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these yet. I think there's like a set of 4 or 5. Beautiful. She knows I love my minis. She got me another pin. Jurassic Park. Clever girl. Love it. I don't know where she got this. But love it. And then she got me this cute little dish. Look at this. It's tiny. It's green. And it's from Cedar and Stone Garden. I checked their website and they have a lot of cute little dishes. You put stitch markers in there, or your like rings. Love it. I'm going to use it for stitch markers. And all the stuff I talk about in my acquisitions will be linked down below if I have a website. Okay, now the rest is yarn. Almost yarn. Oh, I love that. She got me a Freckled Whimsy Skein. This is May. This must have been an extra that she bought. Look at this. This looks a lot like Lavender Haze and the magical umbrella that I'm doing. But this is in the fingering weight, 75.25. And this is called Dumbledore's Army. Yes. So I'll be making socks with these at some point. Love it. And then she got me more minis. She got me a bouquet of minis. Look at all these. I love them. I don't know, I might put this one in my penguino. What do you think? It's kind of a minty, I don't know, it's kind of aqua. It's not really green. I don't know, I'll leave it out and we'll see. And these are from Teal Torch Knits. I saw her open these and I'm like, oh, I want those. She bought one for me and one for her. Sneaky, sneaky. 75.25 base. 20 grams each. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these either. Heels, toes, and cuffs. Scrappy socks. Oh, love it. And stitch markers. I looked up this company and they're in Michigan. So they're local to me. I've been seeing these too and thinking about buying these. It's at Rainbow Stitch Markers. Love them. Little stars. This was my last day of presents. You ready? Got your sunglasses on? Dim your screens if you need to. Look at that. Pretty Twisted Yarns. I think this is her Glow. The Black Lake collection. Oh my word. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Tempted to do like scrappy socks. But also, what I should do is see if I can get a full skein of black. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. But they're all 20 grams and there's 7 of them. I don't know yet, but they're beautiful. I love them. Okay, and that's it. That's it for the birthday advent. Oh, I'm so sad. It's okay. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. It was awesome. Okay, that is it for stash. I did my, looking at my notes here, I did my mystery skein. I guess we'll talk about reading and watching. Reading, I'm still reading Station 11. I have not finished it. I'm getting there. I'm having a really hard time reading during the day. I used to be so good at it, and then I kind of fell off the wagon. I think mostly because my kids are home still, so I'm hoping when they go back to school, I can read more. But I did not start another audiobook. I just was not in the mood, so it is what it is. So I'm reading Station 11 on my Kindle. And I'm reading like a couple chapters before I go to bed. So that's why it's taking me forever. Watching. My kids and I are watching the Great British Baking Show, Season 9. I think if we watch an episode every day, we should finish it before school starts. So that's exciting. My husband and I finished Babylon 5, Season 4. And now we are watching The Witcher, Season 3. I love The Witcher so much. My husband did some research on why Henry, is it Cavill? I think it's Cavill, left Witcher. And I guess the writer, The Witcher is, there's like a series of books. My husband asked me if I read them. I'm like, no. And then I looked. I'm like, yeah, I read them, but I don't remember anything. The writer and Henry did not agree on the way the story was going. The writer was not going by the books at all. He was completely going off the rails, and I guess Henry didn't like it anymore. So he said, see ya. So that makes me feel a little better about him leaving, because it kind of made me mad. I'm like, what are you doing? So I think that's the reason why he left. That's what my husband said. I don't know if it's true or not. If that's what it is, then I support Henry. It's okay. I do hate when people take books and put them into movies and TV shows and they don't follow the book at all. It just irritates me. But I guess they have to because people read the books. But I like to read the book before I watch any movie or TV show. So if you don't read, I guess it's fine. But you know what? Make them at the same. Come on. So we're watching that. Let's see. I had a little staycation last weekend. My husband took the kids to see his brother. So I had the house to myself Saturday and Sunday, so I started watching some TV shows. I think I was already started Grey's Anatomy season 19. I feel like I watched a few episodes, so I watched some more. Season 19. I feel like that show should be done. I don't know, but I love it. And then I started Ozark season 3, and that show, oh my goodness, you guys, go watch it. If you haven't watched it, I know it's been on Netflix for a long time, and I'm a little late to the party, but that show is, it's awesome. A little gory, a lot of swearing. Don't watch it in front of your children. And the Friday movie we watched last week was Star Trek Into the Darkness, 2013. That was the second one. That was the last one that Leonard Nimoy was in. I think that was his last movie before he passed away. Sad. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to watch today for movie night. It's also kind of sad. This is the last movie night we will be able to have popcorn because my oldest is getting her braces in on Tuesday, so, and popcorn is not allowed. So we are all going to suffer together and nobody's going to have popcorn because, you know, that's just mean to be able to eat popcorn and have to sit there in front of everybody and eat it. So I don't know. We haven't decided what we're going to do instead. So I don't know. Maybe we're just going to have dinner in front of the TV as a treat. Maybe we're going to do that because I decided, you know, we could have ice cream, but if I have ice cream every week, I need to lose some weight, but if I had ice cream every week, that would not help. So yeah, that's kind of sad. Last day of popcorn today. All right, I guess that gets into the life stuff. Like I said, my daughter's getting braces on Tuesday. I think it was this Tuesday, the orthodontist called, and I have my cell phone on silent or do not disturb except for certain numbers because I get a lot of like robo calls and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So it's like, so I have my parents, my husband's parents, the school, you know, the important ones. So it will ring and I will answer it. But the orthodontist called and that is not on my, it didn't ring because it was on Do Not Disturb. And it was like, and usually I look at my phone every once in a while. I don't do Instagram on this phone. This is purely just for texting and calling. That's all it's for. I don't browse the web. I don't do anything on it. And so it was like after lunch, it was like 1 o'clock-ish. I looked at it and I saw I got a voicemail from the orthodontist. And I'm like, oh no, what happened? Do they have to reschedule her appointment? No, I want to get her braces in before school starts. And they called and said, oh, we have an opening today at 11 o'clock if you want to come in and have Chloe's braces put on today. And I'm like, it was 1 o'clock. The appointment was for 11. I'm like, well, I guess not. So I told my daughter, she lucked out on that one. Because I would have been tempted to put them on a week earlier, but she's not excited about it. So she was happy that I missed that call and I missed the appointment. So I have to do that on Tuesday. I have to go take her and do that. Man, it'll be okay. I'm hoping she's had them before, so this isn't her first experience, but I feel bad for her because this is full top and bottom. And she has to have rubber bands. Oh, the poor kid. But, so that's that. That's going to happen this week. What else? I think school starts the 30th of August. So we have like a week and a half left of summer vacation. I'm sad, but I'm kind of excited. I'm sad because I can't sleep in anymore. But the rest of it, I'm like, yay, they are off doing something and not in my face what feels like 24/7. Yeah, I think that's it for life stuff. So I might have 2 more cast-ons. I think Amy from Happy Little Yarn, she also got the Halloween. I think she just got the Halloween skein from Night Owl Fibers, and she's like, hey, we should cast on together. And we're both like, do we really need another whip? And we're both like, probably not, but we might do it. I gotta go through my needles. I think I have extra needles. I only have 2sock whips. I think I could do 3. If I do heel flap and gusset, I only need 1 needle, technically. So I might have 2 more whips. These ones definitely going to be cast on. The other ones, I'm not sure yet. But I really wanted to cast this on when I got it. Love it. So this is going to be cast on. Maybe a Halloween. So you might not see that in Pretty Skein. Sorry. But I will show you the Christmas one. Because I got both. I got them both last year. I think last year they were available on DK, but this year they weren't. So I think last year I got DK on both of them. But this time they're just fingering weight. That's okay. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, I got lots of whips. I need to clean up my mess. And I'm not going to stress about finished objects on my episode anymore. I'm done. We will have whip parades. And I'm okay with that. So next week I might have 6 whips. 7 if you don't. 7 unless you want to count my blanket. But I'm not going to show that. I think I talked about that last week. My cozy memories. I have like this much left of I-cord border. But I'm going to wait and finish it on the 26th of August. So, and that's a Saturday. So the next episode in September, I will show that to you. She will be in school, so I'll be able to take it from her bed and not steal it from her if she's using it. But she's really excited for that blanket. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be casting one on anytime soon. I thought about it for Advent season, but I don't have very many minis left, like 5 gram. And I used to have my kids pick. I have a bag, and when I finish the sock, I wind off 5 grams, put it in the bag. And I usually have them make an advent calendar out of it for me. But the bag is slim. I used all of my 5 grams and a lot of scraps. So I think right now in the bag, I might just stick to I lost my train of thought here. I only use from projects that I made from, like these ones. So when I make a project, I wind off 5 grams, put it in the bag. And instead of using like minis, row 1 minis, swaps, advent calendars, stuff like that. So that's right now is in the bag, and I think there's only like 7 in there. So I don't think I don't know, maybe I'll get to 25 before then, but I don't know. I think I just might take a break. And maybe I'll start at like January 1st. And it will be a longer whip. I'm not going to be doing 2 squares a day until it's done type of thing. I'll just, work on it until my bag is almost gone, and then I'll just start collecting more. And then just keep adding to it. That might be the plan. I kind of like that idea. I haven't done that. All right, I am just rambling now. I think we will end this. I think I talked about everything. I'm looking at my notes. It looks like everything. I talked about everything that I was going to. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm just going to cast on some more things because why not? And we'll have a whip parade next week. I'll probably have an advent sock done, so I'll have 1 finished object, but I don't know if I'm going to have any socks done with as many as I'm going to have on the needles. Okay, I hope you are all doing well. I hope you got lots of knitting done or crocheting as you were watching me ramble and show off my pretty whips, and all of the socks. And like and subscribe. Oh, I did realize this is the end of the episode, so I hope you're all with me still. I probably should have said this in the beginning. I've had an influx of new people, new subscribers, so if you're still here, I hope you're still here, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you stick around. Yeah. Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady, in her stories. I didn't know she still watches me. Does she watch every episode? I don't know. If you do, Kay, hi. I know she watched like my first episode, but she shared a picture of her working on her knitting and watching me, and I was so excited, like fangirling. So I think that's where all of the subscribers came from. So I hope you enjoy my sock craziness too, and stick around. All right, I think that's it. I will hopefully see you in 2 weeks.